than 4 minutes to go before the CPI news. I'm not intending to trade any news, but I'm trying to look for what I'm really expecting for these news. We have been bullish, and from the weekend review that I showed you guys, is I wanted to see a reversal of these weekly immediate rebalance, which did happen, and currently we are pushing higher. So before we reach the previous week's high, we have these previous days high that I need to see it being taken. Then we'll head towards the previous week's high. And this was the second scenario. If you have maybe gone through my Telegram and seen how I did my analysis, and I gave my notes, my thoughts, and that has printed out. So currently before the CPI, we have 4 minutes, and what am I seeing is the 4-hour time frame is bullish, and we have a 4-hour fair value gap over here. Remember, I don't trade CPI. What I want to do is I will be trading the next 4-hour candle. That's what I will be anticipating. If there is a possible fair value gap that will be left, then off that going higher. But since we have this 4-hour fair value gap over here, let's label it. So 3 minutes to go. So we have this 4-hour FEG that has been left open, and we can see we have also this fair value area. It's a 4-hour fair value area, but gonna be confirmed nicely from the 1-hour time frame. So we have that 4-hour fair value area paired with this fair value gap. So my intention for CPI is I want to see a drop into this area. Then from this level, we can expect a push. Remember, CPI is human manipulation, or is how do we call it, manually, is a manual intervention. So we might see even deeper prices to go and sweep the Asian highs, but the levels I will be watching for will be these fair value area. You can see we have price leg number 1, 2, and 3, and we have also 1-hour fair value gap. If we use major liquidity pools, we have Asia lows resting below here. So something to watch. I'm not expecting sharp prices higher. If it goes higher, well and good. Try to see whether we might be reversing, but what I'm anticipating in the next 2 minutes is a drop maybe lower into this specific 4-hour fair value gap, possibly into this immediate rebalance. If we go deeper, we might see price pushing to these Asia lows, of which we might then try to look for buying opportunities. So the 15 minutes, I think, currently looks messy from the 15, but yeah, I'm just expecting that a quick drop, then later on a rejection if we push higher, because it's also a possibility. It's also a possibility that we see price pushing higher, but to me, I'm favoring CPI to push lower. Then off that, we can continue higher, unless and otherwise we see price forming another bearish structure that maybe will take us below here. But with this structure being bullish and all these previous weeks high liquidities and everything kind of leaning to bullish side, I'm more of expecting bearish CPI. Not trading it, but just anticipating. All right, pushed higher, CPI rejected lower. So let's wait and see. My intentions are trade afterwards. So CPI is sometimes a double-sided news event. You can see it weak higher, then drop lower, then yeah, we give it time to do its thing, then we can get involved later on. So CPI a push higher then the targets have yet been met. The targets are still intact, so that high will be taken. Let's see, EU, so not in the trade. EU has also pushed higher, yeah, from those levels. Now we can maybe try to see what will be happening. But gold, wanted to see higher prices have happened, and now maybe let's wait and see what will be happening. And for the next 4 hour candle, that's what I will be trading, and see what is likely to happen, because we have a possible fair value gap over here. We have this liquidity here to be taken, and this other one. So everything, I think, is nice as of now. No rush. I will be patient. I was in a trade uh, earlier on, but I think I did close around this area because of CPI. Didn't want to get involved in CPI, so I had it wanted to have clean charts. Let's see visibility above. All right, so this was the trade that I took yesterday evening. Was here I took around here, dropped, the market pushed, CPI helped to push prices higher. I didn't want to get involved in CPI due maybe price could have dropped lower, but it is what it is. So with that trade, 1 minute is bullish, so that is it. I expected to see a drop, didn't happen. Let's wait and see and have the real trade now. So the first hour of the 9 a.m. candle, the 4 hour, the first hour of the 4 hour candle, what has happened? The market has dropped to the fair value gap that I was talking about, and also the fair value gap I wanted the CPI to push prices to. But we have tapped into that, also tapped into this fair value area, and currently we are rejecting. So of that area, that's where I want to look for reversals going higher. And what has happened around that area, if you can observe what the 5 minutes time frame is telling us, is we had liquidities being engineered around here. The market dropped, swept the liquidities, and now seems like we are displacing. We have a 5 minutes change instead of delivery, but I don't usually consider that. And this candle has 1 minute before it closes, so I'll be patient to see if we have a 5 minutes fair value gap that will be formed. And also using this inversion fair value gap, this candle might be closing above there, therefore we'll be identifying this bearish fair value gap as an inverse bearish fair value gap, which now, if you're bullish, this fair value gap should support prices going higher. But I'm watching that, and also possibly a change or a close above these consecutive two bearish candles. I refer that as a bearish order block, a bullish order block, as well as we're gonna be having a breaker being formed if we have a candle closing above this last up close candle, which then I think of that level I might be looking for a trading opportunity. So keep waiting. Until then, I'll unpause and we continue. I'm watching also the 1 minute, because 15 minutes we've seen we had a candle closing inside this 4 hour fair value gap. If we go to the 5 minutes time frame, what you can see is also we had no fair value gap that was confirmed, but we have candles closing above the midpoint of these, and also this bullish bearish fair value gap is currently now being inverted, and hopefully gonna be used as support to push prices higher. So 1 minute, what I'm observing of the 1 minute is we have a 1 minute fair value gap over here that the market has traded into. So I'm watching, can we have a reaction of this fair value gap due, because I think into the OTE, because if we use the high to the low, price would have already, let's do that practically. I think price would have already tapped into the OTE levels. We have our OTE levels on. Yes, 6-2, those. So we have already tapped into the 6-2 level, also into that 1 hour fair value gap. So I want to see some nice displacements. If we have displacements that will even close above this high, then I will be looking for buying opportunities, because I don't want to monitor only the one minute time frame, but I want also the 5 minutes to confirm to me that we are indeed going higher, as well as the 15 minutes time frame of my context areas. So I'm just waiting. Let's keep on watching what price is telling us. And I don't want us to be fixed that we want to see higher prices. Maybe we might also react, been reacting of the fair value gap and drop, but to me, I'm more of bullish due to the high time frame, and I'm expecting confluences fast. Gold not really currently showing any sign of bullish prices. We have returned back into that 4 hour fair value gap, and currently seems like we are displacing lower. I don't want to be involved in bearish prices yet. Don't want to be involved in bearish prices yet, because we are around the context area. And yes, if price disrespects this area and we have some displacements, I'm expecting now to see price delivering to these fair value areas low. These will be my next target if you are bearish, but until then, not involving in anything. Let's look at DXY to see if EU and GBP has something. So I usually start with DXY, and DXY, we have been bullish, but as of this week, Monday, Tuesday, we dropped lower. We had these fair value gaps. So let me get rid of many markings that we have over here. So we had these daily fair value gap that was here, of which somehow I want to see a reaction of this level going higher, because from the weekly time frame, so from the weekly time frame, what we saw is the market has been respecting this fair value area. I did also send about DXY via my Telegram, so you can go back and maybe have the notes read of how I interpreted this situation. And is it likely that we may see a drop lower? It's possible, because the previous week's low is another major liquidity pool, which I think I should have it labeled. So we have no screenshot on the screenshot, we have this previous week's low. It's possible that we see the market delivering lower, right? So bottom right, but is it likely? For me, never intended so I tried to see if the market wouldn't really rally to this low, then into this fair value gap, and the market is bullish to what can be my context area, which I will be watching for, either a drop or a continuation going higher, because the previous week's high has already been taken. Then I dropped onto the daily time frame, and of the daily time frame, we had that nice daily fair value gap, as you can see, which was resting here. The market currently has tapped into it, so I will be watching what will be the reaction around this area. If we have nice displacements going higher, then I will get involved going higher. But if we don't have displacements and we have displacements going lower, then I will be targeting these previous weeks low. But for now, I think we are in that level where we need to be watching of. But since my first analysis was watching this level to expect higher prices, now I need to drop off to the lower time frame and see what is it likely, or what is likely gonna be happening. So previously also, before even this was, I think, as of last week, I wanted to see the market drop, but we rallied deeper. Then later on, that's when we started expanding higher. With that, now we are done with it. Now we are in another week, So in this week, what we've seen, price drop lower. We have swept these fair value areas low. We are inside that daily fair value gap, as well as we have tapped into that 4-hour fair value gap. And I think we have dropped to the discount level of this price leg from the low to the high. So now from this level, I'm watching whether we might see expansions higher. So we have a nice rejection, and this rejection, I need to confirm from the lower time frame what is happening. If we have some nice displacements going higher, fair value gaps formed mainly from the 15 minutes fair value gap, then I can be bullish on DXY. And if I'm bullish on DXY, then I'm bearish on GU and EU. Now the next part will be identifying which pair to trade between EU and GU. So currently, if the market needs to be bullish, so what can I target? I need to identify a fair value gap from the 4-hour time frame. Do we have any fair value gap? Not really. Any swing point? So the first target will be the swing high if we are bullish. But if you are bearish, I've told you guys, I will maybe decide to take a swing trade targeting this previous week's low. And if should be shorting, then GU and EU should be bullish. And currently, those are the first highs I will be targeting. And from the 1-hour time frame, what do we have there? We have relative equal highs, which are major liquidity pools, Asia and London consolidating there. So I think that will be a cool target. So dropping maybe 15 minutes time frame was the structure. So the structure inside the 15 minutes, we tapped into this fair value gap, bearish fair value gap, we retraced, we had a bullish fair value gap form. The market then tapped into that fair value gap, we started displacing higher. With now those displacements, okay, so with the displacements, I think we have bullish displacements. So to me, somehow I'm now maybe likely expecting DXY to be buying. And if I'm expecting DXY to be buying, let's identify either GPP or euro, which is the stronger pair shorting. I think GPP has been good shorting. All right, euro has a nice drop of also my key context areas. Let's see, GPP not really clean compared to the drop for EU. So the structure over here for GPP, you can see this is the 15 minutes time frame for GPP USD. For euro USD, you can also the structure. So I think euro is more stronger going lower compared to GPP. So the pair, if we decide to take a position, then we're gonna target that the major liquidity pools. And yeah, currently I think the 1 hour will be closing in 20 seconds. We might have that displacement or the manipulation of the next 1 hour candle. So where am I expecting to see that? Maybe 15 minutes fair value gap, maybe this 15 minutes fair value gap, of which we might short. So in a scenario like this, I usually want to take my sell position there. So what I'll do, I'll just take my sell position there and ensure my stops are above these candles high. So let's see, DXY, where should I have? All right. So I think I should be shorting at this time, but I'm expecting also maybe a retracement. So I will have something like this if I buy at this level and ensure my stops are below that level. And can I get a 1 to 2? Where is my 1 2 2? Slightly above those liquidities. So the best thing is to wait maybe for a drop. Let's see what the 5 minutes has, if we can refine our entry. All right. So as the market is dropping, so maybe likely we get a trade around this area, so that we may have a good 1 to 2. So is it likely we have a drop to that level? Something to watch for. So 15 minutes for this. So I think I should be shorting as the market is pushing higher, and ensure I get a good 1 to 2. Let's see the perfect location maybe to have a short. So as the 1 minute is dropping, yeah, have a short there. Let's go now. So here we have gold. Gold seems to be now pushing, but all right. So this EU, and EU, what I want to do is a short, yeah, because DXY is buying, so I need to short. And where should my stops? Get slightly above this 15 minutes swing high. So if I was to short at that level and my stops there, ensuring that I'm risking something. Okay, because the market is moving, I need to, yeah, so I should sell that level, then my SL slightly above that swing high with a 1 to 2 RR, though yeah, deep one, a deep. All right, there we go. That's my 1 to 2. Over here, so I've sold around this area, maybe currently over there, 15 minutes, and then 1 to 2. Let me make visible all. Yeah, so that's my trade position. And I think, yeah, also we have relative equal lows over here, which are also major liquidity pools. And for the 4 hour, Do you have anything aligning below? So we have those liquidities as well as this gap. So let's wait and see what might be happening. But yeah, I wanted to sell for EU and a buy for DXY. So if I can align where I had my sell position with DXY, so I had it around this level with my stops below and my 1 to 2. Yeah, let's see whether our TP gonna be smashed or also our stop loss gonna be smashed. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting for EU and Geo. So I'm expecting to see EU to be stronger bearish compared to EU. So back to gold, and I think let's see what gold has for us. So nothing for gold. We are just consolidating around this area, so we give it time. Okay, now gold is doing the thing. Now gold has displaced above that 4-hour fair value gap that you are watching about, and let's see, we have 8 minutes before the 30 minutes candle close, so I'll wait for the closure of that candle. And should I wait for the 1 hour? Not really. And yes, but I'll ensure that my stops are very safe. So I think now gold is doing its thing also. So let's see what the 5 minutes time frame is telling us, but I'll wait for the 15 minutes candle to close. We have nice displacements. We have closed also above these down close candles, the consecutive down close candles, which is a nice thing. And now I'm expecting maybe a sting into that fair value gap, then a push higher. But let's wait and see the 15 minutes candle to close, then I will try to maybe take a position, because now things are playing out. So let me prepare my MT5. Okay, I'm already in a trade, a buy for also gold, and what I was watching was let's see, I've been watching the 15 minutes fair value gap that we had earlier on, this fair value gap that I told you guys that I was traded into, and then the market displaced. But was watching the 1 minute, I mean, to see do we really have that displacement. And this is where I took my trade with that candle closure. Yeah, there. So what I saw is we had a drop into that 15 minutes fair value gap, then we had that nice displacement. As the market was displacing above, I took my buy position there with my stops below a 15 minutes swing point. So yeah, that's my trade. Now let's wait and see what will be happening if the final TP is met, because we have the previous week's high around here. So this is the final this is my target. This is the level I want to see the market deliver to, and the good thing is my TP is slightly below that. And also we have liquidities resting above these, I think, CPI candles. So we have liquidities resting there, so I think it's a trade. We can see whether that can hold. Concerning DXY, what do we have for DXY? DXY rallied. Yeah, we have already taken the major liquidity pools, highlighted the relative equal lows. Can we continue higher? Something to watch of because our target is slightly higher, but I think, should I be taking something off? Yeah, I think I should consider taking something off, because the first swing high, then the next target will be these liquidities resting above this high. So we have that swing point. That's where I may be expecting to see market deliver to. Any major liquidity pool? Not really, but yeah, I think I should consider taking off something if in case the market maybe decides to drop and maybe consolidate. So GU also, so I should consider closing something out. GPP, yeah, looks good too, but currently seeing that GPP is more stronger compared to EU, but we let it be. So I'm just letting these trade, just letting that trade, and maybe see, should I move my stops to break even? Not really, but because of the major liquidity pools also for GU that are yet to be taken below here, as you can see, so I'm expecting a continuation going lower. So I'm just letting this trade run for now, not taking anything, and I don't think I should maybe ruin my RR, but for now let's see what will be happening. So that is it. Will be kind of off to let everything play out. Gold and also these EU, I'm in two positions. So gold also printing nicely, going higher. So gold also, yeah, we just chill and maybe wait and see what will be happening. Wait and see what will be happening if the final TP gonna be hit